Hello everybody and welcome back to Hobbyist Fish Keeper, or if it's your first time on this channel, thank you very much for joining me. If you'd like to hit that subscribe button, that would be great. So this is the Fluval Evo 13.5. I've now finally scaped it, so this is going to be a video on the first week of having this tank really. I've finally scaped it and here we have my final version. So I will be looking at this tank basically. I've got the lights turned off, sorry, but that's my armchair, so that will be my nice little view. I'll just come around to this side. So there we go. There's the scape. Not sure if I'm happy with it yet or not. I'll just briefly talk through this and then I'll go to the first water test that I've done, and then I'll stop filming and do another water test tomorrow, the day after, and give you my water test for the first week to see if this tank will get cycled in a week. But here we are. We've got some volcano rock there, which is the reddish stone, very porous. Should be good for adding frags onto it as well. And then these are actually made from clay, fired clay. And I found these on eBay, and I think they're very good platforms for putting maybe some zoas on these flat ones. Make a little island there for a green star polyp. I don't know, what do you think? So the substrate I went with was the Carib Sea the pink one. I know there's a bit of a trend at the moment for doing burr bottom tanks in the marine sector. Not into that at all. I don't know why people do it. As far as I'm concerned, if you're making a nano reef, then you should, or a reef aquarium should I say, then you should be making it as much like a reef as possible. I think people say maybe it's better for the fish, but I think that's complete crap if I'm honest. Yeah, that's my personal opinion anyway, so yeah. Carib Sea pink substrate. So there's the tank. I'm going to go through to my dining room now and I'll show you my first couple of water tests. I've not done a full water test, I've just done 3 I've done. So in this first one we've got nitrate, ammonia and a pH. So here we go on the nitrate test. Now it does look pretty clear, but it's not. It does have a little pink tinge to it that's not being picked up on the camera. So I would say it's not quite 0, even though it does look like it on that camera. I don't know whether you can see the pink tinge there now. No. Hey ho, this is only 24 hours after it's been set up, so this is the very first water test. Again, you can't see that where it does have a slight yellow tinge, so yeah, I would put that in the 0 milligrams per litre on the ammonia. So, because it's a brand new tank, I wouldn't expect that much ammonia to be in there anyway, even though I did put a pinch of food in there last night, because I'd like to cycle my tanks with a bit of food in there. And then we've got the pH. Now I would put that firmly in the pH 8.0 category on that one. Or would it be in between? You can't really tell on the camera. Might be in between. Could be 8.2, 8.3. So pH is at a good level. So then my first 3 water tests. I'll do 2 more water tests. I'll do should we do day 3 and then day 7 and compare? I'll do a full test on day 3 of everything basically. Nitrate, ammonia, pH, yeah, phosphate, we'll do a phosphate test as well. So we'll crack that one out, so I'll be back in 1 second. So this is actually day 4, the first one was after the first 24 hours and I've skipped a couple of days now, I've been away with work. But I'm back to it now, so this is day 4, water tests, and this is the phosphate test. So let's just have a shufty. I'll put it on the white paper. to make it. I wouldn't say that was clear, it might not show up on camera that well. I'd probably put it in the 0.5 milligram category on the phosphate. I do have nitrophos, Aquamanta nitrophos in the filter, so that looks like it's doing some of the work. I don't know whether I mentioned in the first bit that I did put a pinch of food in on night 1 to try and help cycle the tank, so there may be some nitrite, nitrate and ammonia readings, but with that one, this is the nitrite. I would probably firmly put that in the 0.5 milligram per litre category on that one. And then on the nitrate, let's do a comparison. Did you put that in a 10 milligram? Put a comment in the comment below. Would you class that day 3, 10 milligram on the nitrates? Yeah, I think I would. Ammonia, got 0 ammonia in there, so looks like the filtration is doing a good job considering I put a pinch of food in. I would expect to see that maybe at the 0.5, but hey ho, it is what it is. And then this one, let's have a look on there. What would you put that in? Would you put it in 9 category? I wouldn't put it in the 9, I don't think. I think I'd put it in the 8.5. I think I'd put that somewhere in between. Get better light on that. It looks darker than what it actually is on camera. I don't know if you can tell. I would put that somewhere in between the 8 and the 8.3. So this is week 1. And this is day 4. I'll do another one on day 7 and we'll see what the readings are then. And then we may have some fish next week. I don't want to rush it too much, but I sometimes think that fish may add to the cycling process, to be honest. So join me again in a second for day 7. So here we are on day 7. It's been about 1 second for you, but 3 days for me. And here we go, we'll start off with the phosphate. So I've tried to get the light a little bit better so you can see them properly this time. They still look a tad darker on the camera than they do in real life, but hey ho. So the first one we see there, it's got a slight little blue tinge to it. So we'll put that in between the 0.5 and the 0 on the phosphate reader. That's fine, like that I think. I've got some, I think I said in the last part, some nitrophos in there, so it's doing its job properly. And then the next one, we've got some nitrate levels have gone up a little bit, I think, on this one, so I'd put them firmly in the 10 milligrams, wouldn't you? Yeah, 10 mil on the nitrate. And then on the nitrite, I'd probably put that probably in the 5 milligram, so perfectly acceptable for a cycling tank. Obviously I would like them as clear as possible. I've never had 100% clear nitrate and nitrite whenever I've done any kind of tests, but I think they're perfectly acceptable at this moment in time. Moving on to the ammonia, I'm still gobsmacked at that, to be honest, that there's no ammonia levels in there. I thought it would be slightly green, but as we can see, nope, it's a nice urine coloured, dehydrated urine coloured yellow. And then moving on to the pH, that's not really moved much. I would put that firmly in between the 8 and the 8.5. Perfect for corals, I would say, at that 8 point, would you say 8.3? Would you have a guesstimation at 8.3 on that one? Maybe 8.4? I don't know. Hey ho. So there's my 7-day read. Oh, forgot to show you the water salinity. So there we are, just between 1.023, just above it should I say, but not quite 1.024. That has risen since the other day, don't know why. I did change the direction duck bills to point more down at the substrate to get that moving around a little bit, so maybe there was some salt content in there that's been kicked up a little bit and now gone through the cycle, but there we sit. So after 7 days, I would say these readings are okay to add some fish, but I'm still going to leave it for another weekend or so. Maybe till next Tuesday, my first day off, maybe Wednesday. So we'll have another good weekend to cycle. We'll just go back through to the tank. And here we go. I've had a bit of a move around because I didn't like the way it was before. But there we are now. So yeah, space them out a little bit, and I've kind of made a little corridor down the centre. Don't know whether that's picking it up properly. Yeah, nice little corridor down the centre through to a little cave area at the back. Just get it from this angle as well. And I think, like I've said before, these little platforms will be ideal for individual corals. So there we go, the Fluval Evo 13.5. First week in. Not going to bother doing a water change at all, just going to leave it as is. Do another one on Monday, another test on Monday. Possibly a fish Tuesday or Wednesday for the next video. Thanks very much for joining me. If you've not hit that subscribe button, please do so, that would be fantastic. I'll see you all soon. Cheers!